Hello everyone, Vic here with another video. Today we're again talking about the Halloween series. I'm ranking the top 10 kills for Michael Myers. Good old Michael, back to where he belonged with Halloween videos. Now listen, Michael Myers has killed so many people, going back to Judith, his sister when he was a kid, all the way to Corey. Unfortunately, Corey was the last victim of Michael Myers in Halloween Ends before he met his demise. So we have quite a range of kills here, different timelines, different family members, cult members, mob members. I mean, Michael has killed a bunch of people. Let's rank them. Okay, so before we get to the actual top 10 list, I do want to take a moment to give a couple honorable mentions because with so many deaths in the series, it's hard to narrow down to 10. Try to do it, but there were a few that just missed the cut. And I want to talk about one in particular, and that is Tina's death from Halloween 5. Listen, everybody hates Tina from Halloween 5. I don't share that opinion. I think the actress did a great job. I think on rewatches, I've come to understand the character. I've grown a new fondness, a new appreciation for Tina from Part 5. And I think her death in Part 5 was actually pretty noble. I mean, if you think about it, she sacrifices her life for young Jamie Lloyd. She could have ran away. She could have stayed completely away from this scenario, but instead she does choose to try to allow Jamie to get away and sacrifice her life. Shout out to Tina for saving her life, saving Jamie's life. And listen, I mean, maybe this should have been Rachel Carruthers in this scene, but it wasn't. It was Tina, and she redeemed her character completely. Also missing the list is Michael Myers versus the mob in Halloween Kills. Now look, this is kind of a stupid scene, let's be honest. You have all the townspeople, all the mob members here should have been in the house watching Netflix, drinking hot chocolate, enjoying their damn night. But here comes the worst version of Tommy Doyle, recruiting them and sending them to their death because they're going to gang up on Michael Myers, all with weapons, get him down for the count, but not knowing that Michael's a personification of evil. Michael gets back up and kills them all one by one, assembly line style. Now, why did they all just on the back end attack Michael one-on-one when initially when they attacked him, it was as one group? All for one, one for all. You all attack Michael together as a group, ganging up on him, and that's how you have the upper hand. Now you're going one by one, slowly each getting killed, sliced, diced. In case of Tommy Doyle, brains battered out with a damn baseball bat in glorious fashion. Why was this scene fun? Well, it wasn't fun, but there was some satisfaction for me in seeing Tommy Doyle get what he had coming to him because he annoyed me the entire damn movie. So seeing Michael take his bat and bash his brains out, we didn't get to see it. It was kind of off screen, but I would have liked to seen it because I hate this version of Tommy Doyle and he got what he deserved. Okay, now let's go to the actual list. Number 10 on our top 10 Michael Myers kills list, we're going with Joe Grizzly from Rob Zombie's Halloween. Now, if you watch his channel, you've probably gotten the idea. Most of my list, most of my rankings, usually anything Rob Zombie Halloween doesn't rank too high. I mean, Rob Zombie's Halloween, I thought it was pretty good. Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, what the hell was that? Although I understand that that movie does have a cult following amongst Halloween fans. Listen, maybe a good movie, just not for me, not the Halloween that I specifically sign up for, but still pretty decent movies. And the Joe Grizzly kill, well, first thing, listen, the actor playing Joe Grizzly, that is, of course, the dad from Kenan and Kel. More famously for me and for horror fans, he is in Dawn of the Dead, the original 1978 Dawn of the Dead, one of the great protagonists of the 70s. Ludman Dawn of the Dead, hair huge, built like a machine. Of course, Michael Myers hair, built like a machine, Taylor Man. So I have to say that this was one epic fight scene. You'll never see a fight to the death in the bathroom, in a stall, quite like this. Joe Grizzly just thought he'd sit down in the toilet, relieve himself, relieve his stomach of the food he's been eating. But here comes Michael Myers, who really just wants Joe Grizzly's clothes. So Michael didn't care if it was a small dude, a big dude, but he got a big dude. He got a big fight. It could have been longer. I felt like Joe Grizzly could have put up a better fight than he did, actually. He kind of went out pretty quickly. Michael's going to stab the shit out of him, ending the run of Joe Grizzly, the adventures of Joe Grizzly. I would have loved to see a spin-off movie because you know that Joe Grizzly, you can tell, has been through some shit. I would love to see the adventures of Joe Grizzly, maybe him on the highway, getting in different adventures, fighting Rusty Nails. Who knows? But we hardly knew you. Wish we knew you more, Joe Grizzly, but still a fun scene. Number 9. Laurie Strode. Oh, well, wait a minute now. Laurie Strode, has she died in the series? I know she always comes back, of course, but she did die at the beginning of Halloween Resurrection. Supposedly, okay, we never actually see her dead. We never see her body laid on the ground. She kind of fades into a dark abyss. But we're assuming she's dead at the beginning of Resurrection, the one timeline. Well, I guess she did actually die in the initial Halloween. And Halloween 4, she's dead too from, I guess, like a car accident or whatever like that. And then technically she faked her death in H2O, but here she is, dead, dead, dead. Laurie Strode. Jamie Lee Curtis at that time wanted nothing to do with the series anymore. Came back for a little 10-minute cameo to killed off in Resurrection. But it's the best part of the movie. It's the best part of Resurrection. Okay, listen, Michael shows up after what, 3, 4 years? I mean, after H2O, he's been just on the lam. Maybe he went to an Amish town, tried a new lifestyle, didn't like it, back to killing, back to his initial plight to kill Laurie Strode, finds her hair, chases her up to a rooftop, and unfortunately, Laurie Strode, for all her survival instincts, being one of the best final girls of all time, just is easily fooled by Michael playing dead. I guess not fooled. I guess she felt like she had to know that it was Michael because, supposedly she had killed a paramedic accidentally at the end of H2O. That was Michael in the mask of H2O. Damn it, that was not a paramedic, but we'll assume it's a paramedic. She gets fooled, has to know it's Michael, grabs the mask. Michael, I tricked you. Michael somehow knew, maybe saw in the news that she had killed the paramedic. I don't know, grabs the mask the same exact way the paramedic grabs the mask. So Michael must have been in the shadows in the bushes of Halloween H2O, watching that end scene, somehow knew to trick Laurie with this move, grabs her, flips her over, stabs her. Laurie Strode flying off the roof into a dark abyss. Michael goes about his business, back to the Myers house, back to a date with Destiny, with Busta Rhymes, who's gonna beat his ass. But that's later on in the terrible second half of Halloween Resurrection. Still a fun scene. Pretty epic opening scene, I would say. I like it. It's pretty good. I'm going to say. Okay. Number 8. Well, I'm going to go ahead and say it. Miriam from Halloween H2O. Now, Miriam, she got a pretty dumb death in the Halloween Kills Halloween 2018 trilogy. But here in H2O, I think this death scene did her justice because she comes home unsuspecting for one day. Imagine you get off work, you had a hard day's work. Some people go to the bar for happy hour. Some people go home to sit on their couch, watch a movie. She has to come home and find out that Michael Myers has broken into her house to find the missing Laurie Strode file, find out that Laurie Strode faked her death. And unfortunately, Michael, since he happens to be there, decides, hey, I remember you from the end of Halloween 2. I remember you. You're close to Dr. Loomis. I don't like Dr. Loomis. I'm going to kill you. That's the only reason I can think of why he actually kills Miriam here. Kills Miriam, but it's a fun scene with a lot of build-up. You get a lot of good in-between things. Like, for example, Joseph Gordon-Levitt with the damn skate in his face because, he got mad and kind of yelled at Michael earlier on and threatened him, so Michael had to get back at him. But he also had the appearance of the Curse of Michael Myers mask of Michael Myers. They would have used that mask for the entirety of H2O. You had a much better H2O. I just think that for Miriam, this is a good end to her character. I don't know why she's in the new trilogy. I don't see what purpose her character served. Her saying, this is for Dr. Loomis, and then having no guns, no bullets in the gun, just made her look like an idiot. Seemed like a terrible tribute to Dr. Loomis, only for Michael then to kill her right there in the car. This is a better opening. The opening of H2O is fantastic. I want to go back for 1 second. There was one honorable mention that I did forget. And it's a stupid death, and really there's nothing much to it. But Mikey from Halloween 5. Mikey from Halloween 5. The guy, the greaser dude, looking like Matt Dillon from The Outsiders. Tina's boyfriend. Do not touch his car unless you're Michael Myers. Touches his car. Mikey gets mad, jumps out the car, thinks he's gonna see he's just some ordinary dude he can bully for touching his car, but doesn't know that it's Michael Myers. Michael stands there with a mask, and Mikey, looking worried though, looks at Michael and says, "Trick!" And Michael takes a damn, what's that called? A claw hammer? I don't know what it's called. It looks like a damn claw hammer. Right to the face. No trick-or-treating for Mikey anymore. His last instance. It's just an honorable mention. It's a fun scene. You know what? It makes me laugh. Just the trick just makes me laugh every time, so I throw that on there. Okay, back to the actual list, though. So then we go to number 7, which is going to be Vicky in Halloween 2018. Now, listen, for all my complaints about Halloween 2018, I'm not the biggest fan in the world. I saw it in theaters, on rewatches. I've come to not like it as much, then like it more. When Halloween Ends came out, it did give me a new appreciation for Halloween 2018. Still not one of my favorites in the series, but I still give it props for being a pretty good sequel, a pretty good entry in the series, but I think it's a little bit overrated. But Vicky, the babysitter, a great babysitter, Julian's favorite babysitter, in fact, I think that Vicky was a solid character, who probably need more screen time to develop. We get one scene with her and then we cut to this scene. But it's a nice, well drawn out death scene for her. You get to see that she's a caring babysitter. You get to like her character, have affection for her character. Michael just, I guess, was planning to hide in the closet all damn night. I mean, what is Michael even doing in that closet? What's his plan? Because he doesn't actually come out the closet until Vicky opens the door. If Vicky never went to the closet, was Michael going to just sit in the closet all night and like stare at Julian sleeping? I don't understand what Michael's plan here was. But Vicky does come to the closet. Michael comes out. Vicky does the old 1970s, 1980s slip on the damn ground, fall to the ground when he should be running away. Could have made it right down the stairs, full speed. There's no chance Michael's catching her with the lead she has when she starts to run. She had to fall, and she didn't just fall on the ground. She fell to her death because Michael kills her. Vicky, we hardly knew you. Another character that I feel like probably one of the better characters in Halloween 2018. Could have been expanded upon, but it wasn't meant to be because she slipped on the damn ground. And when Julian comes back, he says, "Oh shit," and runs away. Listen, what was Julian gonna do anyways? He's probably made the right move, getting the hell out of there. And then Vicky's boyfriend, useless, comes up there, apparently gets killed immediately also. But okay, let's go ahead and move on then to number 6. And number 6 actually is going to be Brady from Halloween 4. Now, Halloween 4, I think, for me, I've said many times, the most underrated sequel, probably my favorite sequel. I know that's very, maybe it's catching on popularly, but I think Halloween 4 is getting more and more popular. People are more forgiving of the fact that Michael Myers looks like he's a roided up high school, college quarterback going to football practice with those padded shoulders. People are more forgiving of how bad that mask looks. And also orange hair Michael, pink hair Michael in the middle of the movie. Terrible, terrible production value. But that said, I think Brady's a character that easily could have been one note. Easily could have been a human villain, the boyfriend who cheated on Rachel, no redeeming qualities, but he redeems himself here by sacrificing himself, fighting Michael head on, allowing Rachel and Jamie to get to the roof and theoretically get to safety. But it reminded me of Jason versus Julius from Jason Takes Manhattan. I always just admire characters who stand their ground and go down fighting. Brady went down fighting, even though Michael really didn't want to fight him. Michael was just kept pushing him back and basically saying, "What are you doing, kid? Get the hell out of here. Like, why do you keep coming at me?" Brady just was determined to keep fighting Michael. And Brady, yes, you did die. You died sacrificing yourself. And you also died with a dry mouth because you made a point to spit to the ground before Michael killed you. Odd choice by the actor. Funny to see. Props to Brady, redeemable character, end up being someone who's likable, who could have been a human villain. All right, let's go to number 5. And number 5 is going to be, in my opinion, the highlight of Halloween 2018, in all honesty, is the one shot tracking scene where Michael kills 2 people. Michael first gets loose in Haddonfield after he's escaped in Halloween 2018. He's in a walk that shot him walking down into the house, killing the old lady. I just hear the thud of, you know, the stabbing motions, and the lady's dead. Then Michael straight from there goes to the next door neighbor's house, makes a beeline and one tracking shot, knows all the shortcuts, knows how to get into the back door's open, comes in and just puts a knife right through the woman's throat. I mean, yes, this is Michael being more like Jason in terms of going house to house, killing people in Haddonfield. Maybe not so characteristic of, let's say, Halloween and Halloween 2 Michael, but still a greatly shot scene, a greatly fun scene. And for pure death scenes, pure fun, that's one of the scenes I go back on YouTube and watch. If I don't want to watch the entire Halloween 2018, that'll be a scene I'll probably always go back and watch. Props to David Gordon Green on that. For all the hate that he gets, he did make a solid movie with 2018. Letting him do the entire trilogy, maybe not the best idea in the world. Maybe it shouldn't have been a trilogy, but this is a great scene. Okay, now let's go. Let's see, where are we at now? We got 4 left. Okay, number 4. Now this one is sort of unpopular, I would say, but I'm going to say Jamie Lloyd from Halloween 6. Now I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, "Hey Vic, how could you possibly put this on the list? The treatment of Jamie Lloyd in Halloween 6 is so terrible. We watched her as a kid. We watched her get away from Michael in part 4. We watched her almost become Michael at the end of 4. We watched her overcome Michael again in Halloween 5. And here she is dying in the opening 20 minutes of Halloween 6. And it's not even Danielle Harris, it's a new actress. So how can I put this on the list? Is it disrespectful to Jamie Lloyd? I'm going to say no. If you watch Halloween 6, Curse of Michael Myers, you gotta say, this opening death scene, if it was Danielle Harris playing the character, it's not like a nothing death scene. It's actually more. I watched Friday the 13th Part 2 recently, of course, and You saw Alice get a similar treatment where she gets killed at the beginning of Friday the 13th Part 2. And I would say this is even more elaborate, more to this scene than any other death scene in the entire series. I mean, they give Jamie Lloyd a full 15, 20 minutes of just being chased by Michael. I mean, they're going to different locations. They're having her outsmart Michael. Michael can't get her, finally gets her, but it was not a nothing death scene. They gave Jamie Lloyd a good final last hurrah, Harry, and it's just a very fun opening. I think the opening of Halloween 6 is probably the highlight of the movie to me. Well, not the highlight. I'll get to the highlight in a little bit, but I just think it's a great cat and mouse chase these first 15 minutes. I think, yes, it does suck that Jamie Lloyd had to die this way. It does suck that it wasn't Daniel Harris playing her. Could have improved it dramatically, maybe by letting her live here. But the way she goes out, it's brutal. It's Michael being a complete badass, and it's very elaborate. It's a full on 15, 20-minute chase scene for Jamie Lloyd. Sort of does her justice, I guess, even though, again, this is a character who probably had the worst fate of any horror character in any franchise if you track her from a child to her demise. Just a terrible, traumatic life. Okay, number 3. Now, this one I think is iconic to me because of the setup. Now, some of these death scenes are good because of the actual death scene, but some of them are good because of the kill, but some of them are good because of the lead up and the suspense and the build up. And Annie and Halloween, the original Halloween, gotta give a shout out to the original Halloween because it is by far the best in the series, one of the best horror movies of all time, period. And Michael's a very different character here than the sequels, where he's more in full blown slasher mode. I don't envision 78 Michael going house to house and slaughtering people in Haddonfield. He just wants to enjoy his meal before he eats it. He wants to stalk his victims. He wants to take his time throughout the day. He wants to make sure that he enjoys the chase more than the kill, it feels. And with Annie, there's a lot of that. They really build up this death scene. I mean, we follow Annie for basically the whole middle part of the movie. Everything she's doing in the house. You always see Michael in the background outside. Michael's calculating, figuring out how to kill her. You don't know when it's gonna come. And then finally, Michael's like, "Look, I'm just gonna hide in the car. I'll hide in the back seat. I'll get her there." Annie, who should have known that the she went to get the keys for the car and came back and the car door was open. So it's like kind of if she figured that out in the moment, she probably saved herself, gets away because Michael's chilling in the back seat. He's probably not gonna catch her at that point. But Annie's a great character, one of the best characters in the series, in my opinion. Even though we only know her for half the movie, I feel like she is a co-lead with Jamie Lee Curtis, or co-lead with them and Donald Pleasance. I think her and Jamie Lloyd are both sort of the main female protagonists in the first Halloween. And the setup is just everything you want from Michael Myers. It's him in the background, him in the shadows, slowly stalking. For purist Michael Myers fans, you can just show someone the full 10, 15-minute build up to Annie getting killed, and it's what makes Halloween stand out, in my opinion, as an all-time classic movie. Okay, number 2, we're gonna go to back to Halloween 6, which really shows that maybe everybody should give Halloween 6 a second chance. We've all written it off. We all call it a terrible. Now that does have a terrible, terrible story that doesn't make any damn sense at all. I mean, trying to make sense of the Halloween 6 script. I don't know, producer's cut, director's cut, spliced together cut. None of it makes sense to me story wise. But Michael Myers is damn brutal in this movie. The atmosphere is amazing, and some of these kills are awesome. And number 2, I'm going with the whole hospital massacre scene. Michael Myers telling the Cult of Thorn once and for all that nobody controls me. I control things. And as a matter of fact, I'm about to kill all you sons of bitches right here in this hospital room. Listen, it's brutal. It's gory. It's Michael going to town on the entire Cult of Thorn, deservedly so. And I'm counting the entire chase scene after where he chases them in the tunnel, pushes the dude's face through the bars. I'm counting all that in this scene. It's just a super action-packed climax for Halloween 6. And it's Michael at his most brutal. And man, I would have loved just to even just stayed in that hospital room. I would love them to show more. Give us another like 3 minutes of him in there just killing everybody. Show us also what happens to Win in the theatrical as well. We don't see what happens to Win. We assume he's in that hospital room. We don't actually get a death scene for him. Great, great scene. And that leaves number 1 on the list. What is number 1? What is the best kill for Michael Myers, for Halloween, for the series? Well, I know this is probably cheating a little bit, but the number 1 kill is Michael Myers himself dying at the end of Halloween H2O. Listen, H2O, you can call it the Scream sequel, you can call it the WB sequel, teeny bopper, whatever you want to say. You know, terrible mask, terrible interpretation of Michael himself, whatever you want to say. That damn ending is spectacular. Not the revisited, revised ending, what they tell us in Halloween Resurrection, but pure and simple Jamie Lee Curtis, Laurie Strode, chopping Michael Myers' head off, giving the best finality in the series. His head rolls to the ground. You cut to the original Halloween score right there. Kicks in at the perfect moment. It's the best end of Michael Myers in the series. It's probably the best ending in the series. It's probably where you should end the series altogether. I mean, I know it made so much money, I had to do Resurrection, I guess, but this was the proper ending for Michael and stands out to me as the best death scene in the series. All right, folks, that's the top 10 kills with some honorable mentions. Let me know in the comments what is your favorite kill in the series. If you like this video, please subscribe, hit the like button. More Halloween videos to come. Until next time, you guys take care.